Welcome, brave listeners, to a place where fear finds its final destination, where the line between fiction and reality fades into a shadowy blur. You've stepped into a world where your deepest anxieties come alive, not just in the recesses of your imagination, but in the very fabric of the stories you're about to hear. In this journey, the tales you'll encounter are more than just words. They're whispers in the dark, echoes of dread that linger long after the last note fades. As you listen, you'll find yourself questioning what's real and what's not, for in this place, the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and the familiar becomes something unsettling. So, as you settle in, remember this: you're not just a listener, you're a participant in the unfolding of fear. If you're ready to cross the threshold into a world where the unknown reigns, then let's begin. And before we dive in, if you enjoy what you hear, be sure to subscribe so you never miss a tale. Like, share, and invite others to join us in the shadows, because fear is always better when it's shared. This story was first posted at creepypasta.org by user the_quiet_1. The Beeper Man Part 1. Jaren lifted the sheets up over Millie, tucking them in around her as she stared up at him. "Daddy?" she said. "Yes, Angel, can I have a song?" He sighed. "I don't know any of the songs Mommy would sing to you. She would sing songs about going to sleep." He took in a deep breath. "Well, I'll give it a try. Let's see. Go to sleep, good night, it's nighttime little girl. Go to sleep, you're in bed. That's not a very good song, Daddy." "Yeah, I imagine not. How about I just kiss your forehead and then you can fall asleep all on your own, eh?" She shrugged, and he sighed. He bent down and kissed her on the forehead. She brought her stuffed unicorn tight to her chest as he stood up. "Good night, Daddy. Good night, Angel." He stepped out of the room, shutting out the lights and closing the door. He was still getting used to life without Margaret. Honestly, he didn't know if he ever would. Already he was finding it impossible to raise Millie. How had she done it? How had she been able to keep up with the needs of a 5-year-old so effectively, while balancing work? "Margaret, wherever you are, I hope it's better than here." He paused, taking a deep breath. "I hope it's better than here." He moved to go into the master bedroom, where he went ahead and brushed his teeth and disrobed for the night. He climbed into the empty bed, looking at Margaret's side with a longing in his eyes. "Good night, my love." He got in under the sheets, pulling the blanket over his head. "My reason for living." It was but a few minutes before he heard the door creak open. "Daddy?" "Yes, Millie. Can I sleep in bed with you?" He sighed. "You've already slept in this room twice this week. But there's a scary noise in my room." "What kind of noise, Millie?" He honestly wasn't sure if she could understand him, as his head was buried in a pillow. "There's a beeping noise. It's probably just the smoke detector, Millie. It needs new batteries. I can fix it tomorrow, but can I sleep with you?" He took another exasperated breath before answering. "Yeah, come climb in. Thanks." He heard the pitter-patter of her feet coming in for the bed, followed by the shifting of the blankets. She shifted around for around half an hour or so before she finally fell asleep, and that's when Jaren was able to follow in her footsteps and do the same. Jaren awoke with a start the next morning, realizing that Millie was still asleep and not ready for the bus to come and pick her up. He looked at his phone, heart skipping a beat as he saw the time. "Millie," he said, rousing her. Millie, we need to get up. The school bus will be here any minute. Come on, let's go. I'm tired. I know you are, but we have to go. It'll be here in 20 minutes. You've got to eat breakfast, take a shower. I liked it when Mommy would give me a bath at night better. Showers are faster. Come on, you get in the shower and I'll make you breakfast. I don't want to go to school today. Come on, Millie. It's kindergarten. I loved kindergarten. It's too boring. Millie. Come on. Go hop in the shower real fast and I'll make you breakfast. Let's go. Hurry. Ugh. Fine. She wormed her way out of bed and began moving towards the door. Jaren got himself out of bed as well, putting on a pair of dirty sweatpants and a raggedy shirt. He walked out down the hallway, checking to make sure that Millie was in the shower. He heard the water running, and he jiggled the handle. "Millie, I've told you not to lock doors. If you get hurt in there, I need to be able to come and help you. Sorry," she shouted back. He sighed, moving along. He paused when he heard some sort of a screeching noise, looking into his daughter's room. He waited another couple seconds. A light flashed on the smoke detector and it made another beep. "I'll put getting batteries on my to-do list today," he muttered to himself. He went into the kitchen to fix Millie something to eat, wondering what he might have time for. Eventually he simply gave up and fed her cereal, getting her out the door just in time for the bus to pull up along the curb. "I don't want to go, Daddy." "Hey, it'll be okay. It's only for a little bit before you'll be back home." "Fine. I love you, goodbye, bye." She marched up to the curb, climbing onto the bus. Jaren closed the front door, looking down at his own clothes. "Better get myself ready for the day, I guess." He sighed, not looking forward to yet another day spent looking for a new job. He found himself at a convenience store later that day, dropping in to get himself a shot of caffeine to keep him going. "Just the coffee for you, sir," the cashier said, ringing him up. "Yeah. Oh, and these batteries." The cashier bobbed his head, punching some keys on the machine. "There's your total on the screen. Will that be cash or card?" "Ah, card." "Yeah." He pulled out his wallet to complete the transaction, swiping his debit card. "Have a good day, sir." "You too," he responded, walking out the store. He took a few swigs from the afternoon coffee, looking at his phone. "Oh shoot," he muttered. "Millie will be home in like 10 minutes. He got into the car, clutching the batteries in one hand and the coffee in the other. He went ahead and set down the former, starting up the engine and pulling away, back towards home. He spent the majority of the drive muttering to himself about how frustrating it was to not be able to afford a daycare without a job. Even before he got fired after his wife's death, it was still her extra paycheck that allowed them to afford it in the first place. Now, with no paycheck, it was impossible. He pulled into the driveway just in the nick of time to greet Millie when she came home. She ran up to him from the bus, going straight for the legs where she gave him a hug. "Hey, you miss me, Angel?" "Yeah. How was school?" "I didn't like it." "What?" "Why not? I missed you too much." "Hey, you've got to go to school. How else are you gonna learn? Can't you teach me? Number. I've got to find a new work, remember? I'm busy all day." "Okay. Hey, I've got a surprise for you." Her eyes lit up. "What?" He flashed the battery, trying to feign a smile. "A new battery for your smoke detector. Now that beeping sound won't keep happening." "Huh? Yeah. That's good," she muttered, obviously disappointed by the content of the surprise. "Come on, let's go and get you an after-school snack." He took her hand, guiding her into their home. Jaren found himself being violently awoken the next day, Millie jumping on his bed. Daddy, can I watch a show?"